I'm busy, as are all of us in the modern world. We have so much going on. I have a business to run. I have a family to take care of. I have a personal life to try to have. And so I'm always looking out for tools that can help me achieve all of those things, help me get work done faster, more efficiently. So when ChatGPT was launched, I was automatically intrigued at what it may be able to do for us. Now, there's a lot of fear in AI coming and taking over jobs, but I'm more of the mindset of how can we use this technology to assist us. So I've been playing around with it, and it's super powerful. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically like a chat bot. You can ask questions and it will respond with text-based content. And pretty soon you're going to be getting more than just text-based content. We're talking video, visuals, audio. Who knows what the next step is going to be. So I thought it would be fun to set up a little competition to see if I could beat ChatGPT at the three of the tasks that I have to do today. Those three tasks are write an educational email, answer student questions. This is a common thing that we have to do as online educators, and then outline a new video for a product review. So I'm going to do each task myself. I have a timer that I'm going to set up, and then we're going to see who did it faster, and then also not just faster, because faster is not the only thing that we're going to judge, but who actually did it better. On your mark. Task number 1, write an educational email. On your mark, get set, go. And done. Okay, cool. So I wrote that out, and you can kind of see a typical educational email. This is about how the editor of the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once uses the same app, Adobe Premiere Pro, to edit his video, to edit this movie, as I do with my movies and the courses that I teach, which is pretty crazy. So I was going to send this email to the students of that class as inspiration. So let's put that down. 5:15 for the human. All right, so we're going to reset, and I'm going to talk through what I would do for this email with ChatGPT. So let's start now. Write an inspirational and educational email about how Paul Rogers won the Oscar for Best Editing for the film Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, using editing with the Adobe Premiere Pro application. This email will go out to students of my Adobe Premiere Pro online course. The email should be friendly and use emojis. All right, let's see. So you have to prompt it. I included some of the information that I want it to be using, and then I gave it like a tone. So I want it to be friendly. I want it to use emojis. So let's see what it says. And I'm going to have to edit this, but we'll see what it comes up with. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's take this. I'm going to go down here, and we're going to edit this. All right, I'm going to stop there. Okay, so I have an educational email. I would probably, I forgot to include a link, so that might have taken another 10 seconds or so to get that link to the article in here. And so time-wise, I think that it did a great job at writing a full email. It wrote it in like a minute, and then I spent another couple minutes editing it to make it feel like it more came with me. And that's one thing I would use ChatGPT for, is it's never a thing just to copy and paste, especially if it's content that's supposed to be coming from your voice. It's not at that level yet. It may be eventually, but right now I find myself having to edit emails and things like that so it comes in my voice. But it's pretty incredible how quickly it created this great email using emojis and with time to spare. So I would call this a tie in terms of who won this little competition, because although ChatGPT finished the email in about 3 minutes 50 seconds, I think the quality could have been a little bit better. On to the next challenge. I'm going to use ChatGPT to assist in answering student questions. So I have questions from students on Udemy, from a Facebook community that I run. And basically, I'm going to answer 5 questions, see how long it takes to do it myself. Then I'll do the same with ChatGPT. So let's start the timer. Okay, wow. So about 12 minutes to answer 5 questions. That's crazy. That actually took a lot longer than I thought. And what I realized is there are some questions that I skipped ahead that you probably saw maybe in the time lapse, where it's just a question about the course itself. And ChatGPT is not going to know how to answer that question. So it's like asking like, oh, well, where's the downloadable resource in this course or something like that. And ChatGPT won't be able to answer that. So I was trying to get to questions where I could answer it or ChatGPT could, but there were some of those questions where I had to open up the application, check it out myself, do a little research, because I just don't have all the information at the top of my head. So let's see what ChatGPT can do. To be fair, I'm going to find 5 new questions and go from there. Starting now. All right, so I'm just going to copy and paste this one. This is a question about sometimes I have to edit these answers, but sometimes it's so good that I don't have to. All right, so here's my photography community. We have 100,000 members in this Facebook group. So this is a question we get often about platforms for hosting photography. Behance, that's a good one. Dribbble. Not really so much for photographers, I would say. I'm going to ask, what are the best platforms for hosting and sharing photos and building a photography portfolio website? So sometimes you have to reword the questions for ChatGPT to really understand. So yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. SmugMug, Adobe Portfolio, Squarespace, Wix. Yeah, so this is Zenfolio. Yeah, so it's hitting the ones that I would have chosen. So sometimes there's too much information. This is general. I would probably reword this myself to be like, what's the best computer for photographers or for photo editing under $1,000? Desktop computer. Let's see. There you go. So this is something that I didn't know, but okay. All right, I'm going to stop there. So in this battle, I think ChatGPT wins. It wins in the sense that it gives more thorough answers and more quickly. This is something that can be used by myself. I can have my assistants use it. Of course, all the information should be verified, but even doing that, the speed at which ChatGPT assists in doing research like this is insane, and it's going to be super helpful. All right, let's move to round 3, outline a video review for a MyOp slider. This should be a pretty simple task for both of us. So let's go. All right, so this is a basic outline. So this is like super quick and easy. Typically, this is something I could work off of, and especially if it's a topic that I know like the back of my hand, I could have an outline like this and just make a good video from it. So that's pretty quick, and it will depend on the topic. Sometimes it takes a lot longer for me to outline a video. This is something that's on top of mind, so it was pretty quickly. And the beauty of ChatGPT is even if you know nothing about the topic, or if it's something that you haven't thought about for a while, it can quickly do that research for you. So let's reset our clock and see how fast ChatGPT can do this. Great. All right, so here we go. It's crazy how it breaks it up into like sections: introduction, features, timeline, lapse shooting, like already like demonstrations, kind of like what I was going to do, video motion. This is something that like I could have an editor look at or an assistant create for me. Not sure why it has a conclusion and an outro, so I'm gonna stop that. But overall, this is pretty dang good. So say 113. Overall, with this kind of work, I think we're about the same for this topic, but given a random topic for a video, ChatGPT would win. The other thing that I want to show you, which is a more practical way to use ChatGPT from this point, is say we want it to use this outline, or say we want it to use the outline that I've created. What I can do is take this and then take it a step further and ask ChatGPT to write a video script based on this outline. So I will say, here is an outline for a video review of the MyOps slider. Please write a 3-minute video based on this outline. And then it will write an actual video script. It sometimes gives ideas for shots. It sometimes gives ideas. You can say there's like multiple people, multiple hosts, and it will bounce back and forth with lines for each host. Then what I can do once this is done, so notice how I asked to make a 3-minute video. It does a pretty good job at following time. You could say 5-minute, 10-minute, or you could use words. So like a 500-word video script, right? A blog article based on this video script. So this is the next level. Asking ChatGPT to turn this script into an article. It could be something that ChatGPT writes. It could be something that you write from scratch or you've written in the past. It could be a video transcript that you download from YouTube, plug it into ChatGPT and ask it to condense into an article. And then from here, and what's cool is while it's writing my article for me, I'm over posting to Instagram and doing other things that I can do. I can do that on my computer, I do on my phone, and I have my robot working for me. So it's gone through and written an article based off that, which is just crazy. The next thing you could do is turn this into a quick social media post. So I could take this topic, say, write a short social media post for this article, use emojis, and add a joke. You could ask it pretty much anything and it will do it for you. It's amazing. And so the point that I'm trying to make is that we go one at a time through tasks, and there might be times where I create something faster, I might be slower, but by utilizing ChatGPT in conjunction with what I do, it can help make what I do so much faster. You know, going from a topic to an outline, to a video script, to an article, to a social media post promoting that article or video, writing YouTube video title suggestions, writing video description, coming up with a list of keywords for that video and tags. There's so much that you can do. So before I talk a little bit more about my philosophy on where we're going to go with ChatGPT and how you can use it, I want to mention that if you're curious more about how to get started and how to write better prompts, get ideas for your business, for your personal life, even if you're like a student or a teacher, how you can use ChatGPT. Really, anybody can use it, I believe. I just launched a new course with my good friend Diego where we go over everything from creating your account, signing up, which once you get started, it's a pretty simple tool to use. So within the first 15 minutes of the class, you'll be able to start writing and asking prompts to ChatGPT, know how to improve your prompts, know the capabilities. And that course just launched, and we're going to be selling it for just $10 over the next few days. So I'll include a link down below in the description. And even after the launch price goes up, it's still going to be a really good deal if you go through that link in the description. So I wanted to mention that if you're interested in learning ChatGPT, and I thank you for your support if you go through that class, and super excited about it. So at the end of the day, what do I think about ChatGPT? Is it coming for my job? Is it coming for your job? How can we coexist? I do think that AI-based tools are taking over jobs. It's going to happen. I'm thinking about copywriters, content writers, things that I used to do myself, still do myself, or I used to outsource. Some of that work can be done with ChatGPT. Some people are going to just use ChatGPT to do that for a website. They can create an entire website that reviews cameras and lenses and things just with ChatGPT. Is that content going to be amazing? Probably not yet. It might sound a little robotic, but with the updates that ChatGPT is saying that it's going to have, it's going to only get better and better and better. I can also foresee a world where in the future, because Google's already developing their own AI content generator chatbot like ChatGPT, Microsoft Bing is already doing it too. We might not be going to Google to search for something and then end up on a random website or sift through a bunch of websites to get those answers. And what you could do right now is just start using ChatGPT as your Google search for doing research. And that's something that I've done just for trying to educate myself if I'm looking up a topic, whether it's for my business or just personal life. And so I think we're moving in that direction, which is going to be difficult for content-based websites. So I guess the point is that eventually you're going to have to really figure out what your unique selling point is. What makes you unique as a person, as a brand, as a business, and you have to develop that and create that yourself, and probably utilize these AI tools in conjunction with it. And so, of course, there's going to be that need for connection with a real human that we so need as humans. But in terms of research, content creation, it's just going to continue to move towards AI, I think. So we'll see what life is like in 5, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. But it's definitely a tool to learn how to use so you don't get lost in the dust of running an online business. All right. Hopefully this helps. And again, if you're interested in learning more, check out that course below. And I hope you had fun watching this little competition. Bye.